My name's Paige, and I'll be getting to know you guys throughout the school year. I want to welcome you to our farm, Jerry Lindy Holsteins. Jerry and Linda Jennison own the farm along with their daughter Elise and son-in-law Lucas. We milk about 200 Holsteins and some brown Swiss as well. And Jerry and Linda moved here in 1979 and began farming. They both grew up on dairy farms, and they got to start their own here, and they've been here ever since. And their daughter Elise always said when she was a kid she wanted to stay on the farm, but she wasn't going to milk cows her whole life, so she decided she was going to make cheese. And so we also get to make cheese here on the farm. We use about 10% of our milk to make cheese right here on the farm. So lots of interesting stuff happening, and I can't wait to show you guys around. This is where a baby calf comes when she's first born. We take them away from their mom right away because the adults can carry a lot of diseases and illnesses, and we want to make sure our baby calf gets nice and healthy and stays healthy her whole life. So they come out here and live out here for the first 2 months of their life. We put them in individual pens because if one gets sick, we don't want them all to get sick. So this way we can kind of control that and help them stay safe and healthy. They have grain and water that they can eat all day long, and they're on milk on bottles for 2 months while they're out here as well. Our veterinarian comes and visits them when they're out here. They get lots of attention and care, and it's really nice out here. They like to lay in the sun and take naps while they're out here. So yeah, they're about to get fed, so maybe we can see one of them drinking a bottle here pretty quick. So after the calf comes from her individual housing in her hutch, she'll get moved over here, and now she starts to eat hay. She doesn't have any milk anymore in her bottle, and she starts to get grain. And this is really important because cows have 4 stomachs, and so now all of their 4 stomachs are starting to work together, and they can eat things that we can't as humans, and they can turn it into protein for us, which is a great food source for us. We need it to stay healthy and strong. So we're very thankful for the cow that she can do that. So at this point in time, all 4 stomachs are just starting to work, and they're also starting to socialize. Cows are social animals. They say that cows have best friends and like to be with other cows. So they're just hanging out and being cows. So after they move from the super hutch, they move into this side. Over here, they're really just starting to work on growing, but our veterinarian will visit them again, get them all the vaccines they need to stay healthy, and then once they have that, they can move over here. By the time they get over here, they're about 13 months old, which means they're ready to have a baby for the first time, which is really important because in order to produce milk, a cow has to have a baby calf. So these guys are about 1 year old. They're ready to have their baby then. And they also get these big orange tags in their ears. And those are really awesome because it will tell us all kinds of information. That tag will tell us how much she's eating a day, what her body temperature is, if she's not feeling well. And we can take really good care of our animals because of that. So once the cow's ready to have her first baby, she moves in here. And there's a mixture of older animals and younger animals in here. But these guys all in here are going to have a calf within 6 to 2 months. And so right now they're just hanging out, really working on growing that baby calf, making sure that calf is born nice and healthy. And they're getting ready to start producing milk. So they eat a lot, they sleep a lot. And that's about it. This is our hospital barn. So once the cow has her calf, we bring her in here, and she just gets to hang out in here for a few days so we make sure she stays nice and healthy. Having a baby calf can be really, really hard on the cow, and we want to make sure she starts milking on a good foot and stays nice and healthy the whole time. So they're hanging out here. Also, if they're sick for any reason, like pneumonia or maybe they're just not feeling well, their stomach might hurt, things like that, cows will stay in here until we know that she's feeling better. And it's nice and easy for them in here to lay down, get up, eat, drink. are the first cows that get milked every single day, so they can just come back and relax for the rest of the day then. This is our freestyle barn. This is where our milking cows live. It's called a freestyle barn because the cows can get up, lay down, eat, drink, do whatever they want throughout the day. They're not assigned to a certain stall. They're bedded on sand. Sand's really easy to keep clean and dry, so it's good for their udder health. We put new sand in every morning. They get fresh feed every morning. Sometimes it's like a vacuum cleaner went through here because they ate all the feed. Lots of fans. Cows can start to feel really, really hot at about 60 degrees, so it's really important that we keep them cool. But it's just nice for them, a good place for them to live. And yeah, they're just hanging out and being cows now. So this is our silage pile. This is what we feed our cows. Silage is the entire corn plant chopped up into little tiny pieces, and then we put it on here in a big pile and we cover it up. And the more time it sits, the easier it is for the cow to eat. So all of this corn will feed our cows through the entire year. We milk in a double 8 herringbone parlor, which means we can have 8 cows on each side at a time. We milk twice a day at 5 a.m. and 4 p.m. We milk about 200 cows. It takes about 3 hours. The cows come in and they stand and wait back there, and then they get to come in on their own. We don't really have to help them. The cows like to be milked. Usually the first couple of cows come running in because it's very exciting to be milked. Our cows are milking about 80 pounds of milk a day. So a gallon of milk weighs between 8 and 10 pounds, depending on the cow. And then when the cows come in, we take a towel and we wipe their udder off, get them nice and clean, and then we actually put this on next. It's kind of like hand sanitizer, only for a cow's udder. And then after that, we take a little bit of milk out of each cow, make sure that there's nothing wrong with their milk, and then we go put the milker on, and then it just takes the milk out. We'll take about 7 minutes for the cow to be done milking, and then we'll put this on her udder again to keep her nice and healthy after she gets done milking. And then when her and all 8 of her friends are done being milked, they walk out the front, they get to go back and hang out and be a cow for the rest of the day. So milk comes in and it runs through here. There's a filter in here, so anything we missed on the cow when we were getting ready for her to be milked will be caught in here, so the milk stays nice and clean. Body temperature of a cow is 102 degrees, so we want to make sure we cool that milk down as quickly as we can. So it runs in here, and there's all kinds of cold water plates in here, and that will cool the milk down to 60 degrees. After that, it'll go into one of our 2 bulk tanks. The bulk tanks will keep cooling the milk till it's at 40 degrees, and it will stay there until our milk truck driver can come and pick it up. He comes every other day. But since we do make cheese, we actually don't cool our milk down because they start making cheese the exact same time that we milk the cows. So that milk doesn't get cooled down, and it actually runs right through this pipe and it goes through the wall, and we'll go down in the tunnel next and you can see where the milk goes. So milk is coming down here and it's still warm, and it runs through this top pipe here, and that runs all the way down. You can see the door over there, and right on the other side of that door is where our cheese make room is. So when we're making cheese, the milk is only traveling about 150 feet, and we'll start making cheese at 5 a.m. and by 12:30, 1 o'clock, we already have fresh cheese curds for sale. So everything else in here helps make cheese for them, but this is all underground and it's connected right to the barn. And then we age our cheese underground, and so those aging rooms are right on the other side of this wall as well. So lots of cool stuff happens down here. Well, thank you for coming along and seeing the farm with me today. And now we're going to take you into the creamery so you can kind of see how we make cheese here on the farm.